My car is at the TÜV right now, there in this shop, and this is a shop that I found online, and I had contact with the guy who runs this shop about getting everything TÜV approved with the car. You know, the roll bar, the wheels and tires, the steering wheel, the seats, the Sparko seats, and the harness. I knew that this guy is kind of kind of known in the JDM scene or in the tuning scene in Germany, because the cars here are just like you want them to be and not how Germany wants them to be. So I have to show you what kind of cars are just sitting around here. Well, now, the car, well, it kind of went through TÜV, but kind of not. So, to explain that real quick, I'm going to show you what we have to do now to have it run legally on the streets of Germany. In a couple of countries that probably wouldn't be necessary, but those things that are missing in the car, yeah, we'll just have to do that now, and we will see from there if that's fine. By the way, I paid 800 bucks for the TÜV approval.
Later.
There's a couple of things that we need to do. One of my springs was broken in the back. Didn't want to change both, but yeah, apparently we have to change both of the springs in the back. The other thing was about the roll bar plates, the back plates that are holding the roll bar in place with the chassis. This is the plate for the roll bar in the back, like in the back of the headrest, and the other one is the plate that is holding the roll bar behind the seats. So let me just quickly go over the requirements for these plates. They're too small, or actually the bigger one is fine, but we need a fourth screw in that. Don't ask me why, it's just German TÜV regulations, and it's also up to the TÜV guy to decide that. The other plate is way too small. Asked the shop mechanic what the TÜV guy would say about those, and he said, no way you can get this approved with a small plate like that. This has to be 40 square centimeters as well. This one is about 20, so it has to be twice the size, and preferably has 4 screws in as well. So what we need to do is we need to find a bigger plate that fits, and we have to drill 2 extra holes here and here, and have a plate behind to fit that. This is the difficult part, because I have no idea if we can either order a plate in time, probably impossible, or, which is probably the one that we will go for, get a plate and drill the holes ourselves. Hopefully we can find the right size, or hopefully we can find somebody who can cut the plate for us, because there's no way we can cut it here. And the last thing that we have to do, and that's why the seats are out, not just because of the roll bar, is those brackets, seat brackets, they're not TÜV approved, because you can't slide the seat forward and backward anymore. This is why we are combining the first solution that we went for in the seat assembly video for the car. This is this solution right there, where you have this red plate screwed to the original rails, and on top of that now we have these beautiful original Sparko side mounts, side brackets. So we have the slidability of the seat, and we have the adjustability with 2 screws to adjust the angle or the tilt of the seat. With that said, we only have 3 mother cracking days to do all that. 3 days to do all what I just said. On Tuesday and on Wednesday, the TÜV guy is in town or is at the shop. Today's Sunday, remember. So, meaning we really have just no time at all. Now we're trying to get the spring out. This one's still intact, but yeah, we'll change both sides, like I said. Alright, we just went to get some new springs for the Miata. Ended up buying some used lower springs. So those are H&R 35mm lower springs for the car with a TÜV paper, so they should be fine to go through TÜV. And we also managed to get some dust covers for the dampers, and we managed to get new plates for the roll bar. Remember, this one was the original plates, very small, and the TÜV understandably said that could be an issue, so we just got new plates. We also have a little bit smaller version. We will have to drill the holes ourselves. Took a very long time to find someone to fabricate these for us, because we cannot fabricate them ourselves. This will be way too unprecise. So to have a precise plate, which you should probably have, because the roll bar is a life-saving component of the car, I just thought that we might get these fabricated by someone else. Yeah, the TÜV should be fine with these. If the TÜV isn't fine with those, I don't know what to do, man. Honestly gotta say, this is the last resort for me at these. We still have an hour to drive, so we can start working on the car at 6 p.m. Yeah, it's gonna be a long night. We made it back to the Miata. We got the suspension off. Those are the lowered springs that we're going to install. The owner of those springs was so kind to give us these old dampers for 20 bucks for the dust covers, and yeah, I don't know, just for parts, spare parts. Before we will install the rear suspension again, before we will do that, we will do a very important step, which is to figure out the situation with our back plates. So these plates, they go right there, and we intend to drill 2 more holes up here through this as well, and this is going on the back of the chassis. In here, this part right there, there's a little bump, and from this part up here, this is, you know, it's getting an angle. So yeah, we need to figure that out. I don't know about that yet. Once we've done that, the car should be fine for TÜV. Of course, then we need to figure out the seat stuff, but yeah. So time's really running short, and I'm gonna see you guys in a second.
Day 3.
Looking good so far. That's the ugly side of the car. Definitely a lot lower than before. Engine is working, broken springs gone, and yeah, but you can see already that something's wrong again. So yeah, we have to skip the TÜV today, and we will have to wait for 2 weeks because the TÜV guy is gone. So yeah, no TÜV for the car today. Thing that is broken with the car is the airbag. So I've been trying to figure out if it's maybe the resistor or something else, but if you check in the beginning, airbag light's on, so the airbag is working. Now it's off, and if we wait a couple of seconds, okay, maybe it's not getting enough power now. Just gonna turn the engine on, that you can see that. For the car to recognize the issue, the airbag light is on and it stays on. It's probably inside of the ECU, which is sitting down here. Even found this thing that doesn't do anything. has no purpose. I'm gonna delete that. Yeah, clearly isn't ready for TÜV with that thing on. So we're going to figure that out, and yeah, we'll get back to that. Probably we will have to get the ECU out, which is going to be a very, very, very time consuming and costly experience. Thank you guys for watching this video. Even though the car didn't make it through the TÜV, we will continue trying to get this car ready to go on the streets in the next video. So thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.